tonight. I say I need you tonight.
Hey gang, that was a solo at the end of You're All I've Got Tonight by the great Elliot Easton of the Cars from their first album. We're going to go over it note for note. Hey, if you like this video, click the like button, and if you haven't yet, subscribe for one of these every week. Here it comes note for note, just a second. Alright gang, let's go over this solo from the great Elliot Easton. Let's go over it note for note. First things first, you'll want to download the tab from the link in the description below. It's going to make your life a lot easier. Second, just briefly about the sound. I'm obviously playing a Les Paul. I'm playing out of the bridge pickup, as you can see. And I'm going for that classic sort of late 70s Marshall type of sound. I do have a lot of gain on it, but no additional pedals. Throughout the rest of the song, one or both of the guitars have quite a bit of flanger on them, but during the solo I didn't really pick up on the solo guitar having that, so I left it off. Alright, so that's it on the sound. I thought first things first, I'll go through the entire solo, so let me do that and I'll go through it slowly, okay? So here it is, the whole thing slowly. Now let's break down the solo line by line. Here's the first line we'll cover, the intro. Okay, most of this solo we can think of as being in B minor pentatonic. There's going to be a couple of notes that we'll take from the accompanying maybe Dorian scale, B Dorian, but we can think of this as the B minor pentatonic for the most part. So when we start out here, we're going to start out on the 5th string with these little double stop licks, and so we'll start out 5th string, 7th fret, hammer onto the 9th, pull off, and then play 3 times on this little double stop. We're playing 4 and 3rd on the 7th. it's going to go like this. Okay? Second time through, we do it a little bit differently. We play this. All right, so we're just hammering on the 5th, 7th to 9th, and then playing our double stop on the 7th. And then hitting the 6th string 7th, and instantly playing the double stop on the 9th. So we're playing the 4 and 3 strings on the 9th. All right, so it sounds like this. And all I'm doing at the end there is I'm smearing it, playing that double stop up to the 10th, down to the 9th, 7th, and then back to the 9th again, like so. If you have to hit it twice, that's okay. And to make it sound kind of authentic, you want to give each of these a lot of vibrato. You can really see me moving my left hand on this. Okay? Third time through, it's exactly the same as the first time. That's the same. And the third time through on this one, it's actually easier. You just leave it out, the smear. And that's it for that little introduction on the solo. Here's the next line. All right, so it leads in with a little, with this little, with that little line, which here we're going to play, again, we're playing out of the regular blues box pentatonic, the regular thing that almost, 90% of rock solos come out of. But it's a little bit different the way he plays it. He plays this right here. He plays on the 9th, we're going to play just bending it up a little bit, pulling it down and pulling it off to the 7th. And then, so we do that, and then we'll play, and that's just 9, 7 on the 3rd, 9, 7 on the 4th. So it sounds like this. And then we're ready for this one. We're going to bend up a full step on the 10th, on the 2nd string. And then we're going to play the 10th, and then the 7th, and then our little bend and pull off. Okay, so it sounds like this. Second time through, we're going to play the 10th full, 10th with a bending up full, and then we'll play the 10th on the 1st string. Now you don't want to leave them both hanging out like AC/DC would. Not like that. You want to cut it off so that you're not playing both strings ringing at once. If they ring out a little bit, not a big deal, but if they're really sort of doing this or that kind of thing, that's what you want to avoid. So just play one at a time. Try and play one at a time. All right, so we're bending up on the 10th, and we're playing the 10th on the 1st, and we're dropping all the way down an octave to the 7th on the 3rd string. And then we're playing our 9th on the 3rd string, and we're playing our normal, just like we led in. What's nice about this solo is that there's a lot of recurring themes. So the beginning part that starts out is played throughout a couple times. All right? So here's that whole first part. I'll play it slowly. Sorry about that. Now the second time through, you're playing it a little bit differently. The timing is a little bit different, and you're hitting a couple of different things. So it sounds like this. Okay, so that's playing again that note on the 10th, 2nd string 10th, bending it up a full and really holding it. And then playing the 10th and the 7th, but really playing it hard. And then on the 3rd string, we're playing our normal which is a bend up on the ninth, a quick bend, and then a pull off to the seventh. Now if you want to, you can simply play 10, 9, and 7 if you don't want to bend at all. And that sounds good too. That sounds just fine. Okay, but if you want to play it like Elliot Easton did, he was bending. Okay, at least that's what I hear. And so that's it. So let's play the whole thing again. All right, now here's the next line in its entirety, and I have to tell you the timing on this one is really difficult. So we're going to think of this one as either in the B Dorian mode, or you can think of it as being simply in the A major scale. And we're going to start out with this little arpeggio, but anyway, here's how the whole thing goes. So that's there. Let's break it up into a couple of different chunks. So the first part is this little, all right, and that's just like a little arpeggio that we're going to do, starting from the 3rd string 11th, 10th on the 2nd string, 9th on the 1st string, and then 12th on the 1st string. Okay, there's a little bit of a hesitation there, and then we do this. So that starts with the 9th and goes to the 12th, and back to the 9th with a pull-off, and then that's on the 2nd string, 12, 9, 12, 10, 9. Then 12, 10, 9, 11 on the 3rd string, and then 10, 9 on the 2nd string, 11, 9 on the 3rd string, and we're going into this kind of syncopated piece now. Okay, so we'll use that last part where we go 11, 9 on the 3rd string as the first one of these, and then we're going to play a second one and come down to here, which is the 9th on the 3rd, and we're going to play that and pull off to the 7th twice. So it's like this. Okay, one more time. All right, then once we do that twice, we'll come up to the 10th and pull off to the 8th once, and then we'll switch off just going up a little bit, and that gives it a bit of a dissonant sound, which is pretty neat actually. After the second time we do that, we're going to play twice on the 7th on the 3rd string. We're going to play that. Okay, so it's twice on the 7th on the 3rd string. Then on the 4th string we're playing 9, pull off to 7, play the 9th on the 5th string, back up to the 3rd string 7th, and play that 4 times now. Last time you play it, you just pull it up just slightly, maybe a quarter, not even a half bend, a quarter bend. And then we'll play 7 on the 5th, 7, 8, 9, and then 7, 9 on the 4th. All right, I know that was long. Let's play the whole thing so you can get it all together, okay? Again, rely on a tab, it's going to help you a lot. But here we go, slowly, starting from this little arpeggio. All right, now we'll go into the sort of the major flavor of it, and the first line is this. Okay, so we're going to start out on the 4th, and we'll slide up to the 6th on the 4th string, 4th fret, and then we'll play the 3rd string, 4th fret, back to the 4th string, 6th fret, and back up to the 4th string, 4th fret, like so. Okay, then after a bit of a hesitation there, we'll play 6, 4, and then slide up to the 8th. And then we'll play 2nd string 7th, 2nd string 9th, 1st string 7th, and then we'll bend on the 9th. Okay, so the whole thing goes like this. Second time through, a very similar line. That's exactly the same. So that's simply bending on the 3rd string, 6th fret, and then bringing it back down to the 6th and playing two notes though, and then playing the 4th. Okay, like so. And then bending up on the 6th. Give it a little vibrato. Okay, here's the last part. All right, that one's really cool. Very similar, but shows how much Elliot Easton had control. Just an amazing control player. All right, so we're playing, again, 4th up to that 6th. And then it's a really slow moving up here. So you want to play it very deliberately, that slide from 6 to 8. 2nd string 7th. And then play this one really hard because you're going to have to bend slowly. We're playing on the 9th on the 2nd string, and we're bending up a step and a half. We're trying to reach this 12th fret. And you're doing it very slowly, okay? So you don't want to bend it up quickly, just very slowly. So I'll try and play it extra slowly. Give it some vibrato at the top. Okay? And here's the last part. Okay, same thing in the beginning. And then we're playing, this is kind of a tough bend. We're bending on the 6th, that's normal, but then we want to play the 5th on the 2nd string, and that's tough to hit. So practice that bend and hitting that string. It's a little bit tough to get that coordination. And then we're just playing double stops on the 4th and 3rd strings. 4th fret, then 3rd, then 2nd, then 1st, and then open. And then we're back in the song. All right, gang. Well, there you go. A really awesome solo from the late 70s. One of the unsung heroes of guitar, Elliot Easton. Hope you enjoyed this one. We'll see you on down the road.